Welcome back. I am Camille.
This is Barbie Camille.
Barbie Camille back home. Beauties is back. I'm back homing. I got my back home.
Y'all, in case you're just joining us and you're like, what are y'all talking about? What's happening on this fun channel?
Right.
Giggle Therapy.
Giggle Fest. It's a Giggle Fest.
It's a Giggle Fest.
Yes.
I know. You think Conchella is like it? No.
Oh, no.
It's here.
It's our videos. That's
Back
right.
home
We are
beauty.
hilarious.
We offer our own opinions.
Right.
It's not worth anything. It's
Not
we don't get
scripted.
paid.
No.
We don't have sponsors. Y'all, we're poor.
And we talk about real important subjects.
Very important subject. We've been talking about the vulva cream for the last two episodes, and you know
It's
what?
yummy. It's good.
Can I just tell you? Feel my neck.
Oh my God, it's so smooth.
I know, y'all.
It even looks smooth.
It's so good because it's full of oils.
Oh, it's really good for you.
It's got like avocado oil and
Olive oil.
and
What else is it?
royal oil.
That's right. Royal jelly.
Royal jelly.
Royal jelly. We have figured out other uses for the vulva cream. And
I
it is
haven't
used
even
for the
put it
vulva.
on the vulva.
Well, I don't either. I'm kind of not. What is the vulva?
I know. It took us 3 weeks to decide what exactly is my vulva.
Kind of the Mons area.
Yeah,
you know, but
it's okay. When Camille was reading,
ain't inside.
again, here we go, y'all.
It's on the outside.
When Camille was reading about after you shave,
Our
you
research.
put it on there.
It's our research.
Then I can only imagine it's that area.
That's it.
Where your hair grows is where your vulva is
That's
what
right.
I'm thinking.
That's right. And I was thinking, why do they call it Mons cream? It kind of wouldn't. I think vulva is a more attractive. I can see that.
You like that word better? Here's what I know.
Necessarily.
My son was talking about his incredibly dried knuckles, and I was like, I've got a cream for you. And he goes,
What's a vulva?
where did it come from, Mom? And
Well, it didn't come out of the vulva.
yeah, but in his mind, he's like, it came from a female part? Oh, hell no.
Oh my God.
Right? No, I was like, it's just like back bomb. Come on.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
he's thinking it's coming
You had a friend
from
that
a
wasn't
woman.
going to want to.
Oh no, he was like,
He thought it had like hormones and shit in
yeah,
it, right?
it's like you're not going to take up my
Don't grow
testosterone
titties or something
something.
over that.
Exactly.
Speaking of titties, I had a mammogram this week.
Girl. Oh.
Y'all, first of all, I don't care what you say. I don't care how bad you think they are. They're important. Please
Well.
stop it. Go get your mammogram, okay? It is an early detection of cancer. Here's the funny thing. When's the last time you had one?
Oh, it's been a year or more. Now here, but
Once a
let
year.
me just be.
Once
I'll
a year.
confess. I have excess breast tissue, and I have thin. Your mouth. It's the dense
It
tissue.
doesn't matter. They can still tell.
I did it. I do it. But I also was told, because your breast tissue is so dense, you're going to need to go do a mammography, which means you lay on this cold table, and there's holes right here. So you're dangling down, okay? And it is like a camera, loud camera, or a gunshot going off. Like seriously, taking pictures of your tits. Just saying. 20 minutes or
But
longer.
Here's all the listeners
And
out
I had
there
no cancer.
that have had breast cancer.
It's traumatic.
That's nothing.
Well,
And here's what my doctor's office shows like a pearl necklace, and the very very beginning is a tiny little pearl, and it gets bigger graduate.
well, do you do your own massages?
That's what a mammogram can show. Is just the tiniest ones.
But
okay?
you can also feel.
You can't feel everything. Those tiny ones don't show up as a feel. Girl, you're not going to convince me on this. But let me tell you something.
That's my thinking on me. But I have had many mammos. And is
So
it every
here's-
year, every 2 years? What is it?
It's every year.
Oh, it's every year. For us old lady. I mean, for you old lady.
Girl,
Got it.
You're having a birthday.
Oh, I
Here's
know.
the part that cracks me up. So, in case you men don't know what a mammogram is, it's basically a machine that makes your boob a pancake.
It's a squisher.
Okay. So, and then they take a dial and they crank it so it goes.
How many inches would you say it shrinks you
I
down
don't
to?
know.
3?
Depends, because there's all kinds of angles, and this arm goes here and this one goes here, and then they're like, okay, don't breathe. I can't. And then they say, try not to move. Where would I go? You have my boob. Where would I go? I can't turn my head. I can't cough. I can't say, excuse me, I'll be right back. You have my boob.
It's pinched. It's in a vise. It's a tit vise is what that is.
And then, so if you have implants like I do, then they got to squish the implant out of the way, and then they get the skin.
It gives me that feeling.
But you know what? Here's the deal, y'all.
Did it hurt you?
It is seconds of pain, and it's not even. Listen, if you've had children, you're good. You can do this. It is seconds of pain. I'm going to tell you something right now. If you don't go and get yourself
checked,
you don't want to go through chemo. You don't want to go through radiation. That is not your option. Okay.
I'm with you.
So,
I'm with you.
Anyway, have it done.
Prevention is the best.
Have it done. Yes, just peace of mind.
And again, I've done that. I prevent. I go OBGYN every year.
I know.
I get all
you
that
ride the silver saddle.
I ride it. I'm there.
She's got a long vulva.
LV.
Oh, it's a vagina.
It's
your
LV.
inner cavity is like, she can wear a tampon that's like a corn dog.
Oh, my Lord. Okay. Well, I got to give the backstory. Okay. You know when you go in, girls.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and you're in the stirrups and you're sliding
They're
down.
trying to have conversation and you're like,
it's just like, okay, just get it over with, please. Just hurry the
your
hell up.
knees are like this. You're like, nope.
Right.
Open it up. Nope.
And I'm kind of short. I mean, I'm 5'5". I'm not that tall, right? You're like, you
I'm
got
off the
giraffe-ish, right?
I'm off the table.
But he's like, nurse, would you bring in the extra long speculum? And I'm like, I pop it. What for? Why? What for? And he's like, well, you have an extra long vagina. I said, I do.
You're all
I do.
Really?
How did I not know this? I needed to know this. I should have known this a long time ago.
I
couldn't believe. Seriously. So
interesting things about
I asked
Camille.
him. I know, right? And you wouldn't think of some 5'5". It's like you wouldn't think she got a long vagina.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of interesting. But
That's a long
I said
vagina
to him,
anyway.
well, I asked him. I said, how long? He said, I'm not going to measure. I just know I can't reach the cervix with this speculum.
It's like, hello.
Exactly. So, I mean, the longer speculum, sure enough, it clamp on. You know how that works.
He's like getting it from the
little pinch.
Mac toolbox outside.
Seriously. So they do that. And then I said, well, how long is the average vagina? Yeah. And so I'm in an educational mode here. I'm researching this much research. He said the average vagina length is 6 inches. I'm like, oh.
Men, are you listening?
That's the average length of a pecker. Just saying. So he
Thank
said,
you, Jesus. That was nice of him.
Right. And so, yeah, we don't, most women don't need longer.
No,
they don't. But I said, what is the extra long? He said, longer than 6 inches. And I said, well, how do I know?
How?
He said, yeah, he ain't going to tell me. He said, well, it's maybe 2 inches more than that. I said, thank you. That's all I needed to know. So now I kind of left, and I know, kind of stupid. I was like, I'm kind of proud. I have an LV. What the? Seriously.
Do you know what, though,
matters.
To your point, men,
I understood men
the glory
at that point.
of their junk is in length.
Their Johnson.
If there's a wall, what good is it? It's not going anywhere.
It's an owie. It's like, you don't want to hit that wall too much because it's ouch, ouch, ouch. I mean, really. Have you had that problem?
No, I don't.
We haven't had. You don't have.
I don't have an LV.
Well, that's
as tall as I am, I guess I don't have an LV.
I don't know if you really know. I think. I mean, look. I don't know if there's round rulers, but I was thinking. How do I measure that?
Oh, you're not going in there, girl. Ow.
Well, I
you want to.
You're dang right I do now. I'm like, I want to just check myself out.
You know what you do? You measure something first.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. You know what? I don't have them anymore. After radiation, they give you these. They give those plastic. They're like a rod. Yeah. And you have to break up the scar tissue, right?
That's terrible.
It looks like a really rock hard dildo with it's just smooth.
And it's a little thinner.
Yeah,
it's not very thick.
It's not for pleasure. Trust you me, y'all. You have to break through that scar tissue.
Squishing her boobs and hitting her scar tissue.
And I've had 5
kids.
Is
just, yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Seriously, I cannot do. I'm done.
But you know what though? But they,
And I was kind of. She is literally. I could not imagine 5 children. I have 2, and if I couldn't do C-sections, that would be the death of me. Just saying. So I didn't have anything through there. Just going to tell you.
And you know what? I mean, while we're just spilling
while we're talking
veins, y'all, I never had an episiotomy.
Shut. Well, I didn't either. But that's amazing.
Well, why would you need one?
I wouldn't because they didn't. I wouldn't need one exactly. I mean, I was terrified. I thought they would have to do one.
Oh well, when you're pregnant, like that's the horror story that you hear. You like rip.
Oh Lord.
You just rip. Oh. And I was just like,
I'm getting the cringes today. I'm like, oh my God.
I know, between the boob and the ripping and all that.
Well, I haven't been.
Hope
Look,
you're
they
not
don't
eating,
tell us
like cereal or anything right now.
We're drinking a bad drink, but they don't tell you what you're really going to go through till you're there, and you're like, "Are you kidding me?" Because then you would never have
children.
Well,
and thank goodness, Jesus, we don't remember a lot because then I wouldn't have gone back for 5.
But you did.
But I did.
But you did, and you knew you were going to be suffering. Now, I think you probably became a pro. You were probably like not even worried about it last baby. You're like,
You know what?
Whatever.
So my first baby, I was induced with all of mine, but two of them came
quickly
prior to that. Thank you very much. My first one, because it was an induction, it was, I was like, hey, this is great. I just checked in and came home with a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
so it wasn't.
My second one decided, like, he was doing stuff, and I'm like, no, we have a schedule. Like, we're not, what are you doing?
He's ahead of the schedule.
So I never felt contractions and stuff with my first. The second one?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of came on out.
Induced. So I had my epidural, and I
Did your water ever break? Did you ever have like a
they
water
broke my
moment?
water.
But you were in the hospital.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But you never were walking down the street or something? Or
No,
in your
I
car?
just pee on myself by my in everyday life. Just get me telling a good joke, and I just may pee on myself.
Do you have a weak bladder? Do you think you have a weak bladder?
I don't think so.
Because I've never
I can
known
jump
that.
on a tramp, and I can ride a horse, and I can do stuff,
I don't look at pee when she stands up from my chair, so I don't think she's peeing herself.
No, I mean, I can really like
but some
bust
women
a gut laughing, and but you know what? But I do feel for women because we're talking about people's peeing over childbirth, and you're all worried about your hair.
I know. Excuse me. It's about me. Hold on. It's about my looks.
Oh, Lord. But you know what? I mean, because of the damage, y'all, men, please.
We have no clue.
Please.
Men have no clue.
Just think about it. Think about the war zone that has happened through children sitting on all kinds of organs, and you know what I'm saying?
Kicking.
Like,
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
kicking.
and if your bladder has been abused, it has.
You're going to have a little trickle. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I also think losing estrogen as we get older kind of makes your bladder weak. But I think, I knock on wood,
so Kegels,
I'm okay.
Kegels, I get that they're for the men. Blah, blah, blah,
No, I think Kegels are for women too.
But I know, but I'm just saying, is it to help
To
control the
strengthen
bladder too?
And I think it tightens the vagina.
How many of you are doing them right now as we speak?
Well, and
when you hear the word Kegel, do you just tighten up?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it helps you not. I think it helps control your bladder leakage, right?
Sure.
But I think any muscle down there, the pelvic floor is good for that.
Yeah.
And isn't it just kind of like tightening it up and releasing?
Well,
isn't that what it is? Like I'm doing
I
right
was
now.
always told like when you go to like you're at a red light, see if you can't hold it. See if you can't hold it. You know.
Okay.
But eventually,
let's do it now.
Okay,
let's do it now.
Okay,
go.
You ready?
1, 2, 3, go. And I can hold this shit all day. That isn't like it's
Can you hold it while you laugh?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I honestly I forget to do them.
Yeah, I do too. But I have done them before, and I used to like make it. I also like clench my butt cheeks, trying to.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
My daughter used to drive. I mean, my daughter used to dance.
Yep.
In another county.
Yeah.
And I literally would be like, okay, I'm going to tighten my butt the whole drive.
Yeah.
So I just would stay
tighten that
firm
muscle.
and a tight, or your stomach or whatever you can do, you know. And so there's things, y'all. There are things that we can do.
Let me tell you what I do at the kitchen sink. Okay. I mean,
with your LV. Go ahead.
LV is not active in the kitchen. Just going to tell you. But I still need to get one of those. I wish you saw that.
She's got the turkey baster. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
You're going to be on Nurse Rachel's new Instagram. She's like, well, normally I talk about men putting things in the butt, but today we have Camille.
That turkey baster got stuck in there.
Camille, take the end of it off. That suction just.
I still do want to measure, though. I need to measure. I really
We are all dying to know how long is
the
your
LV. It's almost
By the
long.
way, we're talking about the vagina cavity.
Yeah. From the,
y'all. So
from
don't
the
be thinking
entrance.
like it's her pee areas.
Oh
stuff.
no,
it's not.
Oh no,
that.
it's not from the pee hole to the a-hole.
It's the
no, it's the entrance. So it's that cavity. Yeah. What was I talking about? A kitchen sink.
You in the kitchen.
So kitchen sink. I will stand. I will do my squats. I will put my hands together, and I do like 25. If I'm in the kitchen, 25 squats at every time I'm standing in front of that kitchen. So in their sink. So I do that. Do you like have? And then even when I'm doing my hair, I curl my hair. I try and do squats or Kegels or something. So I'm trying to do an exercise when I'm doing that too.
You're welcome, everybody, because now we are workout back out. There
you go.
Do you know what I do? So I have an electric toothbrusher.
Oh, me too.
And I will do on releve. I will do plies. I will do all of that stuff, which is the same thing.
I used to
really.
ballet.
Yeah, and so I will do. So if you have an electric toothbrusher, it's good for I think 2 minutes.
Yes, it is, and I have to go a little longer because I'm a little more detailed. Yeah.
So there are things that we can do. There are things that we can do.
Well, have you ever heard of an exercise snack? I know that sounds, but like there
we
are
get to
studies.
eat while we're exercising?
No. It's like an exercise snack. So it's like not a full exercise, like a full hour.
Okay, it's like kitchen sink.
Yeah, it's a kitchen. So it's like 3 or 4 minutes. And there are studies. So if you do like 3 or 4 minutes at a time, even go up and down the stairs a handful of times, get your heart rate up. That's what's needed. It's like run for the lion kind of moment. So in our ancestors, they didn't go to the gym. Okay, they would run for the lion and they'd be okay, and then they'd be fine.
Do you know what's so funny you say that? Because there's a place here in Salt Lake called Upgrade Labs.
Yeah.
And they have this machine that has this audio, and it's like, okay, you're in the jungle. Oh, here comes a lion. And you're like,
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
And that right there is to get your heart rate up. And you almost that fear and having to run and save your life, that does something for your health.
I believe it. It is your adrenaline.
That's right.
Yes. Which is why I think they say sex burns calories.
Oh.
Because you've got those.
Do you want to tell us more about that?
Well, no, but
we haven't really talked about sex on this podcast, have we?
We talked about everything around this subject.
We talk about sex all the time, not with each other, of course. But we just talk about just stuff, right?
So
history.
Do you think that people in nursing homes have sex?
Fuck yeah. Oh, you know why? Sorry, I'll tell you why. I know doctors, and STDs are rampant in nursing homes. Teenagers. I know.
What?
I know. What? Teenagers and grandma and grandpas are bed hopping in their care facilities. These men, these old geezers, are horn dogs. And you got Viagra now, honey. Oh. So STDs are rampant in 2 age groups, 18 to teenagers and 17 to 18, well, maybe younger, and old folks homes. I'm not kidding. And they can't stop it. They can't, these bed jumpers, these bed hoppers.
Is that what they're called? But what happens if somebody comes into your bedroom and you don't want that? They're going to stop that, right? That would be an assault.
I think so. But you got some of these are they're senior living, okay, and so they're not really they're not bed bound. So, and then you got some.
Okay, that is different than a nursing home.
Right.
I think
okay,
senior living means
you're
just all living in the same apartment building.
Even some nursing homes where you're mobile, but it's mostly, that's where STDs are prevalent.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of
Isn't that disgusting?
Come on, y'all.
But sex is
because you think about some old man's like, I don't need a condom. And the woman's like, I don't need a condom.
She ain't going to get pregnant.
Right, that's my point. So now, y'all, you're spreading stuff. Come on.
And they don't care. Can you imagine being the nurse on that's like,
oh well,
hey,
one more
nurse,
pill to take.
I got a problem. Can you just look down? Oh, ow! Let me get you some syphilis.
So I wonder when they have sex. Is it about intercourse or is it about foreplay? Because how long is this going to take?
I know, right? Well, and again, is it working? You got an active male that's working. He's going to work it.
Okay, but so maybe he's on Viagra. Is she able to get lubed up?
Well, that's the question. Maybe we should interview. Let's do some research. Do you know anybody in breast home?
Y'all put it in the comments, please.
Because if you have estrogen cream, or women get dry as they get older. That's just the truth.
But you wouldn't think that if you're going to go live in a nursing home, like that's not on your priority of prescriptions.
But it's a benefit.
I would imagine don't use your Bengay. That would probably be painful, right?
I think that they would find.
What's the stuff that Camille gave me? Y'all, I swear by this stuff. So since I've had my testosterone pellets put in me, I have a 13-year-old skincare system.
That's right.
So I put on the bee venom.
And it works.
Burns like
just
hell,
a little bit,
but it's quick. Good. It's monument. It's very yes. It's not like a mammogram. It's very very small. But in the morning, I'm like, they're pretty much gone.
Good. That's good. They work.
So I'm just saying, like, there are certain creams you should not confuse.
No. No.
Imagine how painful that would be.
No.
Y'all, it's bee venom.
Someone told me that coconut oil, that's a pretty good lubricant.
Oh, a lube down there?
It's a good lotion. It's a good. Coconut oil is incredible.
Is that okay to be on your inside?
Yes.
I guess you eat it. So.
You can eat it, but I think coconut oil is probably a pretty good lube. Just saying. And they have KY, of course. But I think if you're
what is KY? What is that made out of?
I would want.
Is it a silicone?
Still in research. Let's find that out.
No, Back Home Beauties is going in a new direction tonight.
Well, it's just. I think sex is critical for all ages, just saying. And there's so much negativity about sex in the world. I don't know. Two consenting adults have
You
a
know
good
what?
time.
To me, I'm like,
That's to me.
if y'all are in your older age and you want it, just
Have
do
at it.
have fun.
Just don't do it in front of
for crying
me.
out
I
loud.
mean-
Yeah, really. Right, and probably don't tell your family about it. But there's just no reason why you need to just
No, don't be squeamish about it. And I'll tell you something. I think as you get older, you care less about how you look. You're more willing
definitely.
to. Yeah,
You're
more
like, let
willing
me
to.
get my boob out of the way. Hold
It's
on.
more like if it's not about looks. It's like, hey, it still works. It's like this is still functioning. You know, it's like
bet.
that's what it is. And so they're just
Do
excited.
you think old people make out?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Like, I mean, some serious make out? Like, do you think?
Do you think that would be gross? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
Maybe if they keep their dentures in, I don't know. That we'd have to.
What would that be like if you took, like, you didn't have teeth, but you made out without teeth?
Okay, that's kind of gross, girl.
That would
But I
just
can
be all
imagine
lip.
I think other benefits of having no teeth.
Oh.
I'm just gonna.
Oh, my gosh. Do you know, I do know of a gay man that purposely, y'all, this is disgusting.
Oh,
but
dear.
purposely knocked his teeth out.
Oh,
so that he could
wow.
be where they're performing down there.
Really?
You have got to really love that job.
I love
to
his
knock
commitment.
your teeth out for
Yeah,
that.
he's committed. Is it his profession?
No,
It's just him liking his.
just his extracurricular activity.
He wants. Well, that's. I'm going to say that could be relationship guarantee. If you're that committed and you're.
Here's what we know about gay men that we've talked about here on Back
Oh, yeah.
Home Beauty. If you are so committed to get implants for your testicles,
You're a good partner.
you're probably never going to ride a horse again.
Well, no.
I can't
but you're a
imagine.
good partner.
You are committed. If you knock your teeth out,
Oh, good partner.
you are
tell you.
committed.
That sacrifice says I love you. I would say that.
I don't
Well,
know what
hold
to
on.
say.
Well, hold on. Time out.
What?
What's the difference between a guy getting bigger balls
Uh-huh.
than you getting bigger boobs?
Because
I
I
mean-
can still ride a horse.
Oh, because that's what's the most important thing. Right? I mean, seriously, why isn't that? That's like
I know, you're
just
right. You're right.
equal-
It's an implant.
It's an implant. And if
Either
it
way.
improves your image or your look,
And you feel better about it, by all means.
your partner loves juggling those. I mean, you know what?
Right.
That's a
Right.
good thing. Just saying, we're running out of time. I'm just
I
going to tell
know.
you.
I did
You
see-
talk so damn much. I just don't know.
Listen, you were going on about your LV, so.
Anyone else have that experience at the
Please.
OBG? I love my OBGYN guy.
I know.
I write him the funniest reviews. I mean, they're like, every time I go there, like, send a review. And I doctor it up. I'm like, when I had to pop up and ask him, well, do tell, what is an LV? And so I just lay it all out. I'm sure the nurses are laughing their ass off. Just going to say.
Seriously, they're like,
They love it. I love it.
normally-
And it's a guy.
normally-
And he's funny. And he's just the best
funny.
doctor ever.
All righty.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson.
Doctor-
Literally.
Oh, is that his real name?
It's his real name.
His first name Dick? No, is it?
I don't even know. But I just, Dr. Johnson. So
Dr. Johnson.
he's the best.
Oh,
He's
that's
the
cute.
best. I
Okay,
love him.
I bet there's a lot of Dr.
I'm going to send him
Johnsons
this
out
video.
there.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson.
All right,
you
everybody.
educated me. I have an LB, and thank you. I need to know that. Thank you. We got to go.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.